Welcome to It Be Like That. No, I'm tripping. Welcome to the Football Den podcast. How y'all doing? I know we have a hiatus. It's how we had to It Be Like That. I apologize for the hiatus. My fault. Y'all know I do this solo dolo, but I will be more consistent on this. I'm sorry. I know y'all hear that all the time. I know y'all tired of hearing me say that, but you will see me be more consistent on this channel and get out a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? Put it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and all that. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. My boy Drew will be in because he's saying some crazy stuff. He said Matthew Stafford is better than Matt Ryan. So when he come, we'll have a little debate on that. But before he come in, we got some things to talk about today. We gotta talk about the future of the Falcons. I gotta get into my dirty bird, so we'll get into that. We'll talk about Shedeur Sanders and what I'm hearing about the expectations of 2026 and the Browns' future and plans with Shedeur. So we'll get into that. We also gotta talk about Joe Burrow insinuating that he might consider retiring. You know what I'm saying? Not next year, but in a couple of years, he might not play out, you know what I'm saying, his career. He might not be a 15-year quarterback. He might just be a 9 to 10 year, 8 to 9 year quarterback in this league that finally retires because he's tired of getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his history, last 3 years, he's been injured and he's tired of it. So we'll get into that too. And like I said, plus we'll get into Drew talking about some Matt Ryan is not better than Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford better than Matt Ryan. We'll get into that because I can debunk that real fast. So I don't have no issues talking about that. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that support us. I appreciate everybody that support the channel. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything, and just keep supporting us. And we're going to give you that good content. Let's get into the first topic of the day. Like I said, I got to talk about my Falcons, man. Hold on. I got to talk about the Falcons. And the crazy thing about it, when it comes to Atlanta Falcons, bro, y'all, I don't understand the future. I really don't understand the future. The future of this team it's a mystery. It's a mystery because we're wasting guys' primes. We're wasting Drake London. I know he's banged up right now, but wasting his prime, not making the playoff. Wasting Bijan Robinson and wasting a guy, in my opinion, I always say if he left this team, he would be an all-pro every year anywhere else because they would utilize him correctly. And Kyle Pitts. We don't have a team that's ready to compete to win the division, yet alone make the fucking playoffs. We can't even make the playoff. We can't even win our division. So how are we going to make the playoffs, bro? We keep being, we're sorry every year. It's always these excuses, bro. We got this draft that we just came off of. You know what I'm saying? They had in Green Bay. We got some good guys. I'll say the top 4 guys we got are guys that can be potential pieces to help us get to the promised land and go back to another Super Bowl since 2016. But right now, bro, I just don't see this the future right now, man. Michael Penix, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know yet, bro. I gotta give him another year. Gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna anoint him as, oh, he's the future. He's the next guy that's gonna take us to the promised land, have us complain in meaningful playoff games. I don't see it yet. I just don't. I need him to be consistent. I need him to make the layups. And if he can't make those layups, the Falcons are gonna lose. That's why we lost the Colts game. Raheem, he gotta go. He got to go. The reason why we brought Raheem in because we felt like we got a guy who's a motivator, and we had pieces already getting the Kirk Cousins, getting the year before, getting Matthew Judon, getting Justin Simmons. We was getting veteran pieces with the young pieces to compete, to go to the playoffs, win the division. We haven't won the division yet with Raheem here. Not a lot of people gonna say, nah, Raheem need more time. More time with what? He brought a defensive coordinator in that he told us, I trust him, we're gonna be good. The defense, D-line is good, but overall everything else is terrible. Terrible. But we lack discipline. Too many penalties. Even though we made it out of that Bucks game alive and won that game, we still had so many penalties holding. It's just stupid stuff, bro. Holding, pass interference. Just undisciplined. When you undisciplined, you get all those penalties. You get all those flags. Don't keep throwing the flag on you. They don't keep penalizing you. That's what was happening. And so for me, I just feel like you got to get rid of Raheem, bro. His style of coaching doesn't work in the NFL. Raheem would be a great college coach, in my opinion. I feel like he'd be a great college coach. You know what I'm saying? He give me James Franklin vibes. I don't see it in the NFL, bro. I don't see. I feel like Raheem could really compete in college. I don't feel like he's a real head coach in the NFL. I just don't see it because there's no results of it. We went 6-3 last year. We ended up going from 6-3 to 7-7. Even this year, we started 3-2, then we end up being 3-9, 3-8. That's unacceptable, bro. We're like we got to be consistent. At some point, you have to be consistent. And just as a Falcon fan, man, I'm just tired of us being the same weak, undisciplined, sorry defense, inconsistent offense team, bro. I'm just tired of it, man. I want us to win. I want us to get back to the Matt Ryan era where we was being competitive. The Julio Jones, Devontae Adams, the Michael Turners, the John Abrahams. Like we don't have that, bro. I want us to get back to that, and I feel like we can with the guys that we got. And like I said, Terry Fontenot, I feel like he saved his job. But if he got fired, I wouldn't be mad. But this draft that he just came off of, he saved his job with this draft because he drafted about 4 guys that might potentially can be guys we look at and say, dang, he's one of the top 5 guys at his position. The Javon Walker dude look good. I'm looking at James Pierce. We don't know who's going to be better. I think Pierce has the highest ceiling out of him and with Javon Walker. You know what I'm saying? I think Walker's going to be has the potential to be a good to great pass rusher. I think James Pierce, if he can just stay consistent with his body type and just get better every year, he could be a guy we look at having 13 plus to 14 plus sacks a season and be our Pro Bowl, our All Pro, and be you know what I'm saying, the main focus on our defense, to be that guy on the defense. I really feel that way. I think John Walker, Javon Walker, he can have about 10 sacks. You know what I'm saying? He's capable of doing that. But I think like the ceiling of James Pierce, I think Buddy can be one of the top 5 passers in the league, bro. I feel like in 3-4 years, if he can keep up what he's doing, barring getting in trouble, barring injury, he could be a guy we look at and say, yeah, that was a good pick for the Falcons, drafting back up to pick him. Now, right now, as a Falcon fan, we're probably mad about that because, like, damn, now we ain't got a first-round pick. We will have the 8th pick, but that goes to the Rams because we traded our first-round pick to get back the draft back up into the draft to get James Pierce. Think about if James Pierce went to the Rams with that defense. Oof. 6 straight games with a sack. But he's just consistent. He's coming on strong last couple of games. I like our future. I just don't like the coaching staff. I really don't like the coaching staff, bro. I just feel like Raheem he's not the best fit for the job. I feel like he should never got the job. And I just feel like his style of coaching doesn't result in winning. It all results in losing and being mediocre. You know, and Falcons, we just tired of it, bro. Now, if you ask Dan, who would you hire? And I keep saying it's Mike McCarthy. It's hard to win in Dallas, bro. When Jerry Jones on your side, it's hard to win in Dallas. It's hard to be consistent and be that team that's capable of being competitive in Dallas as a Dallas Cowboy. And we're talking about a guy that went to Dallas first year. Dak broke his leg, broke his ankle. Nothing you can do. They go like 6-10. The next 3 straight years, they won 12 plus games. 3 straight years. Mike McCarthy, 12 straight games. Three straight years of doing that. Then the last year, guys were getting injured too, and I just felt like that team didn't have enough talent. Because to me, that team last year, the Mike McCarthy coach, didn't have enough talent to compete, to win, to do anything, in my opinion. They didn't have enough talent, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys were injured too. Michael was injured for a couple of games. Dak got out for the season, so you had to start Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? Everything just went wrong that last year for Mike McCarthy in his contract. But I feel like he's one of those coaches, like a Dan Reeves, like a Bill Parcells, that they deserve a third coaching job. If they got another opportunity to be a coach, I feel like teams should want to do that. Should be wanting to hire them. Mike McCarthy is no sweat on his name. There's no sweat on his name. Say what you want, but when he was calling plays, the offense looked good. So you bring him on here. One thing about Mark McCarthy, he's gonna run the ball. And he's going to create plays to get the tight end open. He loves to throw the ball to the tight end, which is Kyle Pitts. And when you have a potential top 10 wide receiver in Drake London. He's going to get the most out of Drake London. He get the most out of CeeDee Lamb. Look, most out of Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver. It don't matter who you bring to Mike McCarthy. Who you give Mike McCarthy, he's going to make something work with those guys. He's going to get the best out of them. So bringing in Mike McCarthy, in my opinion, is the best opportunity for the Falcons, bro. You need to bring in a coach with some experience, bro. Trying to get a new guy, bro. I'm tired of that, bro. I need somebody with some experience. Mike McCarthy, you look at him with the Cowboys, 3 straight years winning 12-plus games. Now, you bring that type of coach into the NFC South, one the weakest division of all of the NFL. You're telling me we can't win 11-plus games with him? And now he don't got to worry about the other stuff, the talking. Your owner always saying stuff behind your back. Your owner always got to make an opinion. Arthur Blank ain't like that. Arthur Blank quiet. He let everybody do the football stuff. And he stay in his lane. Now, he don't have to because he own a team, but he chooses to because he feel like the guys that he's hired know what they're doing. So he takes a step back and let them do their thing. We got to get Mike McCarthy. We got to get Mike McCarthy. I think that's the best fit for us, bro. That's the best fit for us. Anybody else, I'll be disappointed. I want us to get Bill Belichick. We didn't do it. I want to coach with some experience, bro. The last we got Arthur Smith, a young guy we feel like could be the next coming of a offensive minded guy, bringing the quarterback, him and Matt Ryan. That didn't work out. And to be fair, he got a bad end of the stick too, because all 3 years he had a new quarterback, Matt Ryan, Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder. So all 3 years he had a new quarterback, bro, and it's hard to win like that. But if you're that dude, you can win like that. We've seen Andy Reid do that. We've seen some coaches do that. But Arthur Smith, bro, he wasn't that guy. And plus, bro, the quarterbacks he had were terrible. Desmond Ridder was terrible. He shouldn't have even started in general. Desmond Ridder went from a starter to out of the league. And that what made me, and for that to happen, I feel like that's why Arthur Smith got fired. Because I feel like he was banking on Desmond Ridder. I feel like he was telling you, let's draft him. He could be the future. We developing all that. They believed in him. And then when they saw the results, they were like, the coach got to go and he got to go. They got rid of both of them. And I think that's what got Arthur Smith fired. You banked on Desmond Ridder and we doo-doo. And now we're going in the last 2 years with Raheem Morris, all we've seen is doo-doo. It's doo-doo. I'm tired of getting doo-doo. I'm just tired of getting doo-doo. We want a product. We want to see a product of winning, not product of doo-doo. And that's all we keep getting. We keep getting the same doo-doo ass results. The same stupid results, bro. And as a Falcon fan, you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna get tired of it, bro. And I can keep saying Arthur Blank, if he's not gonna do what he's supposed to do as an owner, he needs to sell the team. Cause we're tired of losing, bro. We want to win. Like, bro, we used to win. Like, it's the city here making it seem like the Falcons just sucked. In the 2000s, bro, we was running the NFL. It was us and the Saints, bro. Then Cam came along and he started doing this thing too. But the Falcons, come on, Matt Ryan came. It was us and the Saints running the NFC South. Then Cam Newton came along. He won it a couple of times. But it was Matt Ryan and Drew Brees. That was their division. It was the Matt Ryan, Drew Brees division. The Matt Ryan and Drew Brees NFC South. That's what it was. And now it's just like it's Tampa Bay NFC South. That's what it is. Tampa Bay NFC South. So what can you really do? What can you really do as a Falcon fan? You just tired of losing, bro. In 2 years, we don't make the playoffs. Next 2 years, it's 10 years out of the playoffs, bro. It's like the second longest drought behind the Jets. The second longest drought of not making the playoffs behind the Jets, bro. We're doo-doo. And we just tired of it, bro. We want to be competitive because we have the pieces to be competitive, bro. I'm just sorry. Bijan Robinson is a dog. Some people think he's the best running back in the game. Drake London, people look at him as a top 10, top 5. Everybody know Kyle Pitts can put on the same type of production and performances that he did on Thursday every single week. We all know that. But they don't give him opportunity to do it. Well, if they gave him opportunity to do it, he could be a guy receiver that we look at and say, dang, he got 100 yards again. Dang, he just mouthed the dude because he's 6'6". Dang, he got another touchdown. He could be that dude. But to me, they don't put him in position to do that. And that's why the results of now, we're 4-10, not going to make the playoffs. Again, when we have the team and pieces to go to the playoffs and be competitive in the playoffs. Just another year wasted, wasting guys' primes, in my opinion. So it is what it is. We'll see what we do in the future. But we got to get rid of Raheem Morris. Next, I want to get into the guy that y'all think I'm too hard on, which is Shedeur Sanders. Now, if you guys don't know about Shedeur Sanders, you know about Shedeur Sanders, but if you don't know about his performance this week, he had a terrible game. He had a terrible game. He looked poised. He had moments, but overall, he had a terrible game. You know what I'm saying? Against the Bears, and he got on the podium, just talking crazy again. I feel like I'm good to get everybody's best, brother. It's the NFL. By default, you're gonna get everybody best, and nobody's waking up saying we're playing against Shedeur. I gotta wake up. Nobody. You're a rookie, bro. You're a rookie. You're not a threat to nobody, bro. Until you show that you're a threat as a quarterback. You're not a threat to nobody on the Bears. For you to say that, them getting there, bro. So what? Is Bryce Young and not getting everybody best? You don't think Patrick Mahomes, he wasn't getting everybody best? You don't think Josh Allen gets everybody best? You don't think Aaron Rodgers get everybody best? You're in the NFL. By default, you're going against the best, so you're going to get everybody best. There's nothing about you that's special. You threw 3 interceptions. 2 was your fault. 1 wasn't. 1 was just a good play. And you had like 3 or 4 passes while I was like, okay, Shedeur, you belong in the NFL. You belong to have opportunity to play and be a starting quarterback in the NFL. But then you throw those picks and it's like, see, that's why you was a 5th round pick. That's why you need to humble yourself. Now I know a lot of y'all gonna sit here and say, well, why he need to humble himself? Why he need to humble himself? Because he's not that good, bro. He's not. He's a cornerback playing quarterback. What I mean by that is he has a cornerback personality, wide receiver personality, but he's playing quarterback. That does not mesh. That does not work. It doesn't. All the quarterback we've seen win Super Bowls, bro, are not cocky, bro. And if they are, we don't see it. They keep it to themselves. They don't get on the podium and just say anything, bro. And just everything just sound like, oh, I'm just super confident. I'm cocky. Like we don't need all that, bro. You don't gotta be overly confident. We know Peyton Manning's confident in his skills. He shows us every Sunday. We know Tom Brady's confident in his skills. He shows that every Sunday. He don't have to tell us. He just shows us. I wish Shedeur does more of showing than talking about it, than telling. Yes, we know that you can be a good. I'm not gonna do all that. We know you can be a good quarterback in the league, but show us you can be one. Because your last 2 games you haven't shown it. You have it. Your last game. Now I'm not. I give you the Titans game. Like I said, I don't judge. I give you the Titans game. You did put up some points. There's still an NFL team. There's still guys on there. There's still the cream of the cream. You put on a nice little show. But what about the Bears game? What's your excuse with the Bears game? What's anybody's excuse? The O-line? Bro, the O-line's been bad all year. I've been saying that. Y'all told me I was capping. I've been told y'all one thing that the Cleveland Brown organization misread was the O-line. Because they thought that O-line was going to still be productive and put up the numbers and be able to hold for Joe Flacco, just like they did 2 years ago and the year before. The main reason why people was coming at Deshaun Watson is because they saying, brother, nobody's even touching you. You have a clean pocket and you still suck. So the Cleveland Browns thought, nope, none of our quarterbacks get sacked. So we can just bring in a quarterback that can just sling the ball on. He's not going to get touched. And if he can just make his reads and throw the ball with time and make plays when he should, we should be good because we have we have one of the top 5 O-lines in the league. They have went from a top 5 O-line prior to this year to a bottom 5 O-line this year because the O-line is old. They have an old O-line. It's not the same O-line in 2020, bro. 2021, 2022, 2023. 2024, it's not the same O-line with those dogs, those Pro Bowls, all pros on that O-line. It's not the same. So Shedeur he knows that. He saw Dylan running for his life. So why is it? I never heard nobody excuse Dylan Gabriel having a bad O-line, but Shedeur get it. He get it excused. Because you know why? Y'all look at him as already a good quarterback. So y'all refuse to look. Y'all don't look at Dylan Gabriel as a good quarterback. So you like, well, it don't matter. He getting sacked because O-line he ain't good. He ain't good enough anyway. When Shedeur gets sacked, well, I think Shedur's good enough, and his O-line not blocking. That's why he losing. Come on, bro. Is that a fair take for real? Because I don't think so. I really don't think so. And like I said, I like Shedeur. I like his game. I like his game, bro. He will sling that thing around, bro. I like that. He will risk it for the biscuit. I like that about him. But sometimes it's the layups that I be sitting there watching. Like, bro, how you missing? He be missing the layups, bro. The layups, the backpedaling. Dude, you can't get away with that. You can get away with that in the Big Ten. And I mean in the Big 12. You can get away with that in the Pac-12 and the Big Ten, HBC and the SWAC. You can't get away with that in the cream of the cream NFL. You can't throw the ball away. You know, it's my issue with him. He never throws the ball away. It's like in his mind, I gotta make a spectacular play so I can do this. And when he throws that ball, it go from a spectacular play to a bad play, interception, turnover. And now you not doing this, the opposing team doing this. And now the coach like, come on, bro. Look, there you go again. There he goes again. Look at him. Look at him. You got people saying Kevin Stefanski is sabotaging him. Why would Kevin Stefanski want to sabotage Shedeur Sanders, bro? Does Kevin Stefanski like Shedeur? We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that. Kevin Stefanski got some of that old school in him, bro. And he want the quarterback to be more of a guy that just make plays than a guy that talks too much and be a distraction. Just make plays and that's it. That's all I want you to do, bro. I want your play to be louder than you talking. And Shedeur, what he says is louder than his play. And eventually, it's gonna work. And eventually, bro, teammates are gonna get tired of that, bro. They're gonna get tired of that. They're gonna tired of you getting on the podium and they're losing. And just because you threw 2 touchdowns, but the team is fucking 3-10, and you smiling like, oh, well, I put on stats. They really my fault. Teammates gonna be like, bro, how you not gonna take no responsibility? Dog, like I said about Jackson Dart before, bro. It's cool wearing all those chains and all that stuff until the team you keep losing. Them teammates gonna look at you and say, bro, you worry about them chains all day, but you can't worry about completing the pass. You can't worry about completing the deep post. You can't worry about completing a fucking 5-yard out. You can't complete none of those the layups. But you can complete worrying about a chain, man. That make sure that gloss. How about you worry about less the chain and worry about making completions, throwing the ball correct, throwing the ball with timing, knowing where your first read at, when your second read at. No one want to throw the ball away because you don't do none of that. Teammates gonna eventually, come on, bro. They're gonna eventually explode and be tired of that, bro. It seems cool now because it's something fresh. It's fresh. But once they get another year or full season, it might just take next year, bro. They probably getting tired of it now. It's just gonna take next year, bro. He don't play, he don't humble himself, and he's not productive. He don't produce nothing. Teammates gonna be like, bro, get this dude up out of here, bro. Just a talker. He a phony. He's a phony. I believe he would get another opportunity. Mary Kate Cabin, one of the reporters of the Browns, somebody that you gotta, she's valid. And she basically said that Cleveland Brown next year, they're gonna go into the season. There's gonna be a competition between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur. And they're gonna see if Shedeur can win the starting job. If he can be poised and does his thing, and they're gonna give him an opportunity to win the job. But while they're doing that, by default, they're gonna start Deshaun Watson to see what he got left in the tank because they're paying him so much money. Now, if you're Myles Garrett, you're pissed off because now what you're telling me is you're playing Deshaun, even though last time we saw him, he was terrible because you're paying him all this money, but you don't think he's better than Shedeur. You're going to start Deshaun Watson no matter what, even if Shedeur beats him out. How you going to feel if you Myles Garrett? You can't feel no way because you signed the contract. Shut up and do your job. Keep getting 20 sacks a year, and hopefully they impact winning. Because this year, you're going to break a record, and your sacks didn't impact no winning. But when I watch TJ Watt, and no disrespect to Myles Garrett, that's why I say TJ Watt is better. Bro, getting a whole bunch of sacks, bro, that's cool. Lawrence Taylor impacted winning. Reggie White impacted winning. Bruce Smith impacted winning. I don't see that for Myles Garrett, bro. Myles Garrett is a great player. Hell of a player. He does not impact wins, bro. He doesn't. He gonna make his plays, do what he do. But he does not impact winning. He's a great player, but he's not on the caliber of an LT or a Reggie White. And there's no disrespect to TJ Watt. Yes, he has more sacks than TJ. That's fine. He can have more sacks. But TJ Watt, 19 and a half sack season, they made the playoffs. 22 and a half sack season, they made the playoffs. Last year, 11 and a half sacks, they made the playoffs. TJ Watt has been showing you he is impactful, forced fumbles, picks. He does it all. I don't see that from Myles, man. And I respect Myles Garrett. I got a lot of love for Myles Garrett. I just don't think he's impactful as much as people try to say he is, try to put on him, make him seem like he is. Because we watching the games, and yeah, he might get a sack or two, but he ain't doing nothing. Okay, you get a sack, make it a fumble. TJ Watt get a sack, it's a fumble. TJ Watt, when he make a play, is louder than Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett makes silent plays. Oh, Myles Garrett got a sack, cool. It's not, TJ, it ain't, Myles Garrett got a sack and it's a fumble. It's a touchdown. TJ Watt give you touchdown. Myles Garrett doesn't. He doesn't. But so he can't feel no type of way for real. Because he signed that contract to make him a top 3 highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. He did. He requested a trade and he left. So that's on him. But you're going into next year saying Deshaun going to start because of the money. And if Deshaun sucks, then we're going to go with Shedeur. So now what you're doing is now you're giving all the Sanders, the prime sexuals and the Shedeur jock sniffers, you're giving them all opportunity to say, once again, he didn't get a full count with the reps. They made him split reps with Deshaun Watson. I don't know why. When they don't know Deshaun Watson's not part of their future, they know Shedeur's better than Deshaun. They know Shedeur's better than Deshaun. Shedeur in his second year is better than Deshaun this year, even though like you can't say that, bro. The people gonna say that. Look, they blackballing him again. They don't want him to play. So you're just giving these people who is never going to be honest, always going to be biased. You're just giving them ways to excuse this man for being sorry and not playing. That's why I hate it, because you're giving them an excuse. You're giving them a chance to make an excuse for this man. Oh, look, they don't still want to play him. Oh, look, he got a share reps. Why he can't get all the reps? Why he can't get all the reps? You believe that he could be a starting quarterback? They're going to have all the excuses in the world, bro. The next year, I'm telling you, bro, all summer, all summer, some of the biggest news going to be Dallas Cowboys, and it's going to be Cleveland Browns because of the Shedeur. And let's see how people react to it. Dylan Gabriel, I don't know. If I'm Dylan Gabriel, I request a trade, get on, bro. I requested a trade. If I'm Dylan Gabriel, I'll ask to leave. I don't want to back up nobody. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I played my games I played compared to Shedeur, I played better. If you look at the stats statistically, and now y'all gonna give him opportunity to take the job and not consider me, I would feel some type of way about that, bro. But respect to him for being professional. You know what I'm saying? But behind the scenes, I request a trade and ask, can I go somewhere else and compete? And I'd rather be a backup. I'm not going to be a backup here. I'll be a backup somewhere else, not here though. If I'm Dylan Gabriel, but I don't think he's going to do that though. I don't think he's gonna make that decision and do that. You know what I'm saying? He don't have enough stain or power to do that. You know what I'm saying? Based on what he showed on the field. You know what I'm saying? As a rookie, even though like I keep saying he had the top 5, bottom 5 O lines in the NFL, terrible O line. People gonna make excuses all day for him. So it is what it is. That's my take on that. Another topic I want to get into is the Miami Dolphins. Yes, guys, they're in shambles again. We had a conversation about this a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? About them being in shambles. I think after they lost to the Buffalo Bills. But yeah, they're in shambles. After they lost to the Cleveland Browns. Dylan Gabriel actually won that game. It makes a couple of plays, by the way. But yeah, the Dolphins are in shambles. It's most likely that they're probably gonna fire Mike McDaniel, and it's most likely that they're probably gonna trade or release Tua because they're not trying to pay all that money, get that boy all that money. It's more likely that Tyreek Hill is out. It's most likely that Jalen Waddle might be traded during off season or probably getting close to the NFL draft, so teams could collect some picks for him, get a second or third round pick for him. You know what I'm saying? Or first, if a team really greedy and they feel like he could be a number one guy there, they might get a first round pick for him, depending on what the market says and what team desperately need a wide receiver, especially a wide receiver one. You know, but the team, bro. At first, I didn't understand why people had so much hate for Mike McDaniels, bro. I actually liked him. Yes, he was kind of nerdy, but I love his style of play, bro. Style of play is slinging that thing around, all the spectacular plays, all the little special little gadget plays they were doing. You know what I'm saying? And he put the ball in his best players' hands, and they all just made plays, bro. Created open space plays to create open space for his players to make open plays in Chan, Wilder, or Tariq Hill, bro. He's a great play caller. He has a lot of great plays, bro, that he schemes up. And when you see it, you're very entertained. The Miami Dolphins for the first 2 years were a very entertaining team. It's just the last 2 years, I feel like the league has figured them out and they can't really do nothing. And Tua, he's just gotten worse from Mike McDaniel's second year of Tua leading the league in passing yards, making the Pro Bowl, to now last year he got hurt. Then he came back and he still looked the kind of little mid. Then this year he leads the league in interceptions and he has 5 less interceptions than touchdowns. That's crazy. He has 20 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. It's just so much going on in Miami right now. And you feel for the fans, bro. So now you're starting Quinn Ewers, guy you drafted on third day, a guy that come from Texas. He get his opportunity to play. So we'll see that. But Dolphin fans, bro, you're back to square one. Time to rebuild. It's time to rebuild. And to be honest with you, I don't see the Dolphins drafting no quarterback. I'll be honest, I don't see the Dolphins. Who they gonna draft? It's not enough. The quarterback talent coming into this year, coming into next year, it's not that high, bro. It's only like 2 dudes that might get drafted in the first round. Like, if the Dolphins draft a quarterback in the first round, they had to be desperate, bro. They're desperate. But I don't think they will, bro. I think they're gonna get a veteran. I think they're gonna try to get a veteran guy like a Mac Jones, bro. His price tag is gonna be high. He's gonna have a high price tag during this offseason. He's gonna have a high price tag during this offseason. I'm trusting. He's gonna get traded and paid. He's gonna get traded and paid, bro. Whoever he goes to, you're gonna see he's gonna get traded and paid, bro. And there's nothing you can really do. Like Matt Jones, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you're somebody that sometimes, bro, you have to rebuild your career. You know what I'm saying? And Matt Jones, he had a resurgence. You go to the Patriots first year, looks hopeful. Then the next 2 years, you just look like a guy who shouldn't be the starting quarterback. So now you sit back for a year. You go to the Jaguars, perfect opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Perfect situation because Trevor Lawrence ended up getting injured. So now you get to play majority of the games in the back end of the season. And you look good. You look like a capable starting quarterback. And then you go to the 49ers. And the same situation happens. Starting quarterback gets injured. Now you play 5 to 6 games and you look good then. So now teams, they trust a Matt Jones. They've shown, hey, I could be a guy that comes into your offense, come onto your team, lead the offense. I'm gonna be accurate, and we're gonna move down the field. We're gonna make plays and we can score. And we're gonna be able to battle against the best of the best.
I'm in here.
Now you're not in here. What the hell? Hold on, bro. What the fuck? Hold on, bro. Hold on. All right. You good? You in here? You hear me? Just join and come back, bro. Cause you was in here. You hear me?
All right, here I go. You can hear me?
Yeah.
All righty. My fault. Sorry for the target.
All right. Now you good, bro. Hold on. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Hold on.
Talking about Mac Jones or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying the Dolphins, they're a team, bro. They probably won't be able to draft a quarterback because they're probably gonna be a team like they're probably in the top 15 of the draft. And
Right.
bro, the talent pool of quarterbacks that's coming into this draft is not high, bro. It's probably like 2 quarterbacks potentially is going to get drafted in the first round. Ty Simpson is a maybe. He might slide into the first round depending on who's desperate, who need a quarterback. but it's most likely it's probably only going to be Mendoza and Dante Moore that go in the first round.
My
And
man
then
from South
quarterback
Carolina
position.
not coming out, is he?
If he did, he wouldn't be a first round. He'll be a second day guy.
It is second. Oh, okay. Okay.
He'll be a second day or a third day guy. But so I look at the Dolphins trying to get. That's why I was talking about Matt Jones, because Matt Jones has a resurgence. He resurged. He's had a resurgence with the 49ers. It
He's a good
started in
quarterback.
Jacksonville. It started in Jacksonville when Trevor Lawrence got hurt last year, and he got to play those last couple of games. And he helped Brian Thomas get to 1,000 yards. People forget Brian Thomas wasn't really nothing until Mac Jones got in the game. And Matt Jones, he took it. He was like, you know what? This young bull is best receiver on the team. I'm gonna feed him the ball, and he fed Brian Thomas Jr. the ball, and Brian
Yeah.
Thomas put up some crazy numbers. That's why now people look at him this year and say it's a disappointment based on what he put out last year, because Matt Jones was throwing him the ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people criticize Brian Thomas Jr. But I feel like somebody like a Matt Jones, bro, he'll be great with the Miami Dolphins, bro, because he can make plays. He knows type of player. He know who he is, bro. He's not gonna do too much. That's my issue with Tua. Tua does too much, bro.
Yeah.
Tua does too much, and he forced too many things, bro. When that's not his strong, so you don't have the strongest
Keep it
arm.
simple. Like, yeah.
Your attributes is accuracy. That's your skill set, being accurate with timing, throwing the ball on time, and being accurate. That's Tua's thing, bro. That's what he's known for. He's not athletic. He can't run out the pocket. After he soon look, Tua had all the athleticism, bro. Tua, in my opinion, if all those injuries
Yeah.
doesn't just keep on adding up in college,
Yeah.
we'll be seeing Tua run around, get
I mean,
outside
because
the pocket,
what all did
do
he hurt? He
everything.
hurt a leg, and then he got concussed.
Hip,
Like,
broke his
yeah,
hip, nigga,
yeah, 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 yeah,
broke
yeah,
his
yeah,
hip,
yeah. No,
leg,
that'll slow you
everything.
down. Like, yeah,
Exactly. And so he went from an athletic, accurate quarterback to just a guy, an accurate, short quarterback.
he got
Like,
sacked. I think he got sacked last game, and I was like,
but he was terrible
you
that game, bro.
you
He threw a
couldn't get
bad
away from
pick
him. Like, but he, like you said, he not as elusive as he was.
in college.
I mean, even first coming in the league.
He
Or
never,
he
yeah,
not he was never like a smart running quarterback. Like he would always run at the wrong time, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, he was reckless with his body. That's why he kept getting injured.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
reckless
We
with his
said
body.
that shit before when we was on the podcast. We've been said that.
And we saw that in the NFL, the way he kept getting knocked out and shit,
Yeah,
getting concussions, and he can't play because his dad don't know how to
yeah,
slide, or he's
yeah,
sliding late. And everybody want to blame the defender when it's no, it's Tua. Tua need to start. He need to do better at sliding the ball, because he understand you're
yeah.
not Josh Allen, bro. Josh Allen can take that hit.
Or
Your
Herbie. Yeah,
5'11" ass can't take that hit. You're not tall
yeah,
enough, bro. You're not 250, dog.
yeah.
You
You're
like
not Herbie big ass. Like,
220, but you 5'11. You're 220, but you're 5'11, bro. You're short, bro. It's
yeah,
different. It's gonna hit. It feel different when you 6'5" than when you fucking 5'11. Then like I say, Tua, the reason why the Miami drafted Tua, bro, because they felt like, okay, he's injured, but when he gets healthy, he could at least give us 75%, 80% of what we saw in Alabama, which is the running ability, getting out the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Keep plays going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The off script
yeah.
plays. He had
Extending
all that.
plays.
People people forget when Lane Kiffin went to Hawaii. When he came back, he told Nick Saban he found the next. He found the Hawaiian version of. He found the next Steve Young, bro. And people say, what does that mean? He found somebody that's accurate,
Yeah,
had an arm. Steve Young had an arm though. That's the difference between two. Steve Young had a strong arm. Tua ain't got that. But Steve Young was very accurate too. Steve Young had a couple of seasons where he had like 70 completion percent. He was doing this in the 90s while running the ball too and being athletic. Steve Young, people ask me who's the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time. I don't name no Michael Vick or no Lamar Jackson. I always say, bro, if I ask you who the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time, and you name Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson, you don't know football, bro. Because Steve Young is not even close, bro. 2 MVPs, Super Bowls, all that, bro. Did everything all the other dudes do. But it was different between Steve Young and the rest of these dudes. Steve Young, he chose to run when he wanted to. He didn't have to. He can stay in the pocket. No guys gotta run because
right,
they can't drop back consistently like a Steve Young and sling that
right.
thing around.
Or the
Tua,
line is fucked up, like what Michael Vick was.
yeah, but also at the same time, Michael Vick, that running ability, he needed that, bro. because Michael Vick, he wasn't as accurate. Michael Vick had a strong going. He wasn't an accurate passer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Vick wasn't an accurate
He
passer.
was
He was a
dropping
good.
that. Well, maybe maybe
Yeah,
like
one
more the
as deep
Eagles
ball.
days.
He was accurate deep ball passer, but he wasn't good inside the like in between, bro. Inside the
He
15,
not. Yeah.
he wasn't darting niggas up, bro. He probably
No.
a 10-yard slant route. You know what I'm saying? Something
Yeah.
get the ball out your hand quick with timing. That makes sense. But everything else, bro, Michael Vick wasn't just he wasn't a great intermediate passer, bro. He was great when
Right.
it comes to the deep ball though. That was his
Yeah.
baby, slinging that thing deep. You know. But yeah, Tua had those abilities before the injuries at Alabama. And now you
Yes.
look at him now, bro, he just look like a short, inaccurate, slow ass quarterback, bro. And he's aged, bro. He's just aged so fast, bro. In my opinion, he's aged super fast.
And I like one of the things I always remember. Like I never forget. It was like I think it was one of Justin Herbert's first games. They played the Chiefs, and Herbie was running and shit, trying to run people over. And it was the end of the game, and Pat Mahomes was like, "Hey, you might want to start sliding more because you trying to play longer and shit." I don't think I don't know if people told Tua that and he didn't listen, or or what it was, but I just feel like them injuries and yeah, he lost a step essentially.
Yeah, bro, it's a wrap for him. I think he
Yeah.
could probably get another opportunity somewhere else because teams are desperate. They need a quarterback. Um, but besides that, I don't know where he could go. I can see if Aaron Rodgers don't want to come back, I can see the Steelers taking a chance on him. I can see the Steelers based on what Arthur Smith wants to do
What
with his
about
system.
they talking about trading Kyler Murray too, aren't they? So what about the Cardinals? But they probably don't want to do the same shit.
The Cardinals as a team, bro, they want a Matt Jones. They want a veteran quarterback, bro.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
They want to Matt like the Cardinals could. I could see a swap, bro. I could literally see Tua going to Arizona and what you call it, Kyler Murray going to Miami. I can see that swap, bro. Let's swap. Let's swap. Let's see
Yeah.
what it do, bro. Now Rich Gannon, he going and his team. Now he got his guy. Now he can say I have my guy now. That gives him extra time with it. They give him extra time as the head coach. Then if you fire Mike McDaniels, if you don't, now Mike McDaniels has another guy in Kyler Murray who people look at say is special, being short like that, but being super athletic with a strong arm. Now he has a guy that he could use and bring in his system and try to get the most out of him. So it's a win-win situation for both teams. Personally, I don't think they're going to do it. I think Tua is probably going to get released. I think Kyler Murray probably will get traded. Some teams that I look at that might trade for Kyler. You can look at a couple of teams I look at that probably won't draft a quarterback because they just can't right now. Um, Pittsburgh is a team, like I said, it depends on Aaron Rodgers to come back or not. But I look at Pittsburgh. I look at the Jets. Do they want to
I
draft a
feel like he
quarterback?
done.
I look at the
Honestly, me
Raiders.
personally,
Do the Raiders want to draft a quarterback? Do the Raiders
I
say,
was about to say the Raiders.
let's go get a quarterback? The Colts, what you call it done. Daniel Jones, even if they re-sign him, he won't be back until like the middle of next year.
What he
With that
hurt?
Achilles injury.
Oh,
Achilles.
Achilles. Okay.
So we won't see him for a minute. So are
Yeah.
they a team that's looking for something? The Vikings, are they done with JJ McCarthy 1 year? Do they want to take a chance on the Kyler Murray? So Kyler Murray, he has a couple of suitors that might potentially want him. But the two teams that I look at for Kyler Murray, which is interesting in my opinion, the Jets
Jets.
and Pittsburgh, bro. Pittsburgh. I feel like Kyler Murray at Pittsburgh would be crazy. I just feel like it'd be crazy. And now Mike Tomlin, you had A-Rod. A-Rod, he goes out, you know what I'm saying? Takes his helmet off and he goes out into the sunset and retires. Now
I
you
think
got
he
Kyler
done.
Murray.
I feel like he done. Them hits he been taking, that nigga's not the young spring chicken he once
But
was. I can
bro,
see it every time he get hit. He's like, man,
that's
fuck this
how
shit.
weak. That's a testament to how weak the draft that's going to come up is, bro. Because
Yeah.
they rather have a 43-year-old Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers
Shit.
than a
Yeah.
22-year-old whoever's coming out in the draft. That's sad, bro.
Yeah.
That's sad. And that's an indictment on college football. That's an indictment on the NFL. Because for the Steelers to still want Aaron Rodgers to come back at 43, where he's probably going to look worse and probably lose some of his abilities that he already was losing this year, next year. You bring him back, the offense gonna look probably potentially look older with an old man running the offense because you don't believe in no young dude. Because the young dude is gonna make the offense look worse than the old dude. That's sad, bro. That's why
That's
Phillip
sad.
Rivers is playing. Because they saying we'd
Exactly.
rather have an old dude run our offense than these young bulls, bro. Because they're gonna make the offense look worse. We believe in the old man's mechanics than the young dude's mechanics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is what it is, bro. The Dolphins got decisions to make. You know what I'm saying? But the first decision they got to make is, are they going to keep Mike McDaniel? So we'll see on that, bro. They
He
probably won't fire
fired.
him to the end of the season anyway. And we'll probably know during the last week of the season because reports come out and all this the stuff start getting leaked out that look out for this coach. This coach probably get fired after the last week of the regular season. So we'll see. Let's get into the last topic of the day.
You talked about Shedeur already, right?
Yeah, I got on Shedeur.
With his so just give me a little rundown. What was the shit with the little wristband? What is that?
He's saying he got the wrong wristband. The right plays wasn't on the right wristband. And everybody saying that he was sabotaged and all that bullshit. Nigga don't want to hear that, bro. Nigga, we watched you play. Nigga don't want to hear that, bro.
I mean, he
And
a
even
rookie though.
and even if it was the wristband, bro, y'all said Dylan Gabriel was a rookie. I want to give him an opportunity.
Well, I mean,
The nigga when Dylan Gabriel
he stunk
benched.
the shit up long like more times though. Like this is the
Shedeur done
first
stunk
time.
it up. Shedeur done had more bad games than good games.
No, how many games he done started?
4.
4, right? So
Bro, I don't care when he came into that Ravens game, bro. You gotta he played in 5. You gotta count that Ravens game, bro. You
right.
gotta
Oh,
be ready as a
no, I'm
backup.
talking no, but he didn't start though.
But he played. He didn't
No,
look
but
good.
I'm saying, but when you start, you have it's a little more because you prepared as the starter. That's what I'm saying. Like that's a little different.
We have seen, bro. Listen, bro. Brock Purdy won his first game, bro.
Yes, he did.
Brock Purdy
But look
came
at
at
his team he had though.
Jimmy G got hurt. That don't matter, bro. You still
It do
gotta have that.
matter.
You still gotta make the throws, bro.
No, you do. I'm with you.
We have seen teams have all the pieces, but the quarterback sucks. I mean, they suck, bro. So that's not. Oh, but he got a good team. But we've seen teams that have great teams, but they don't have the best quarterback play, and the team still doesn't get to the promised land like they should. They
No,
still
of course.
underachieve because of the quarterback. Brock Purdy came in there and looked like a starting quarterback day one.
He definitely did.
Shedeur didn't. Besides the couple of plays he made against the Raiders, and besides that terrible, there's one of the worst offense defense in the NFL and the Titans. What has he done? The Ravens cooked them. The 49ers was cooking them. The Bears demolished them. Now you finna play
These
against the
is,
Bills,
but these is
Steelers,
not
and
all
Bengals.
no slouch ass defenses though. The only bad defense you named was the Titans.
Who?
The Titans is the only like horrid
Bro, the
defense you.
Ravens defense is atrocious, bro.
Okay, okay,
Ravens defense is atrocious.
okay.
I don't.
Fair, fair.
The Bengals, what they did to the
That
Bengals, bro. Joe Burrow has quit on his team, bro, based on
he
how he talked.
has. He finna get
So
traded or
Joe Burrow,
demand to be traded or whatever.
hell nah, nigga, you on contract, motherfucker, for 3-4 more years, nigga. We got you on contract. Your only thing Joe Burrow contract ain't even kicked in yet, bro. He probably in his second year of his new contract. He
I
gonna be
mean,
there.
but
He gonna be there. He gonna be there unless he retires. They not finna let him go, bro. Hell no, it don't work like that. He don't
yeah.
get to
Well, I
say he wanna
mean,
leave. Get the fuck out of here,
yeah.
nigga. You just
What
told
so
us to pay Jamar Chase, and you just told us to pay T
no,
Higgins and Jamar
yeah,
Chase. And nigga,
definitely
now you
did.
gonna fucking leave. That's lame, bro.
Yeah,
Cornball.
but
Get
we
your ass
don't.
on, bro.
I'm
Liberal
if
ass
I'm
nigga.
Joe Burrow, I'm like, bro, I don't want to keep losing though.
Bro, that's not our that's bro. You wanted Jamar, you wanted us to get T Higgins 28 and get Jamar 40. We did it.
Yeah, yeah,
So it is
yeah.
what it is, bro. It is what it is. And like I said, with Shedeur, bro, like he had a couple of terrible games, bro. All I'm saying is eventually it's going to run out to where teams are going to be like, bro, we're tired. We're tired, bro. We see more of this than throwing touchdowns, bro. We see more of that jury than winning games. Teammates it's gonna run out, bro. Now he gets an extra season because it's reported already come out that the plan next year is for him and Deshaun Watson to battle it out during training camp, all off season for the starting quarterback job. And even if Shedeur is better than Deshaun, they still would play Deshaun Watson unless he sucks
Hell
unless he's
yeah, they
super
gonna play
sucky
him. His contract,
because they
nigga.
paying him all that fucking money.
Hell yeah. What the fuck?
Bro,
So
they
yeah, he not
restructured
even.
it.
We can just go ahead and say he not starting next year. I'm gonna say that. But
But see what happens when you do that is now you give the prime sexuals and Shedeur jock sniffers, you give them the ability to make excuses for him.
well, and say, see, so I love Shador, I love Prime as well, but this is my thing. Nigga, you said you didn't want to go to the Eagles. Now look at the Eagles quarterback play lately
Who you
and
talking about?
what
You say he
everybody
don't
been
want the Ravens.
no, I thought it was the Eagles.
Ravens. The Ravens wanted to draft him.
I'm pretty sure it was the Eagles as well. He was like, I'm not going to them.
Now it wasn't the Eagles. The Eagles didn't want him. It was the Ravens. It was the Ravens, bro.
I, I'm almost sure it was the Eagle, but he said he didn't want to go, and it's like, what the fuck? Um, you can't be saying that shit. So I agree with you there. Like, you can't have everything you want. Nobody can in life. But you might be right. It might have been the Ravens. Yeah, okay, it was the Ravens. It was the Ravens. But even then, like, nigga, you don't be like, what are you talking about? You don't get to pit. Like, what do you the fuck? Like, it ain't like you lit it up like that in college. Like, let's
He
stop.
he has a wide receiver cornerback mindset, but he's a quarterback. And that does not win no games, bro. It does not result into winning. Y'all want to support him, you can support him. I could, like I said, I eat crow. He is better than Dylan Gabriel. I'll give y'all that.
No, he's
But at
definitely
the
better
same
than him.
time, though, that's not saying much when both of them might be out the league in 2 years. If they don't both, they might both be 2 year process. 2 year, I was a
Well,
2 year
okay,
vet
so can you
and be
okay, you
gone.
said you eat crow, but okay, so can we agree that he might have been doing better if we would have just not even did the Dylan Gabriel shit from the
No,
jump?
no.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
because he didn't get drafted. You can't. They'll not saying you. They'll know who people like Lashady McCoy and Akeem Talib because they played in the NFL, bro, and they know it's a hierarchy when it
Right.
comes to draft picks. And
Yes.
when it comes, especially when
Hell
it comes to
yeah.
drafting quarterbaks, bro. Because let's say if they would have drafted Dylan Gabriel in the second round
You got
and
to
they
play
drafted
him.
Shedeur in
Yeah.
the fifth round, none of y'all would be saying that. No, no,
Yeah.
no. You know what's so messed up? If they would have drafted Dylan Gabriel in the second round and Shedeur in the fifth round, they still would call it a competition because in their minds, y'all keep looking at him as a first round pick who got drafted in the fifth round instead of just looking at him as just a fifth round pick.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
when you coming in a situation when you keep just looking at him as he's a first round dude who got blackballed, he's a first round dude who should have been drafted here, not there. Of course, you're gonna look at it and say, well, he should have been playing all along. But he was a fifth round pick, bro, that who earned his way up to play. And to be honest, he didn't earn his way up. It's just part of football. What happens? Niggas get injured. What happened? Dylan Gabriel concussion protocol. Open the door for Shedeur. Dylan Gabriel don't get injured. Shedeur probably don't touch the field. You know what I'm saying?
true.
So the football gods and not even football, I ain't gonna put that on Dylan. But the nature of football, somebody's gonna get hurt and somebody's gonna have to replace him. And that's what happened. But he got 3 more games. He got the Bills. Defense is so we'll
That's a
see what he can
loss.
do against that. He got the Steelers, who still, you know what I'm
Got to
saying? The jury is still out
okay.
on the Pittsburgh defense. You know what I'm saying? So we got to
But he
see.
a rookie though, so they gonna do shit
They
to
inconsistent.
like,
They inconsistent though, so he might can make some play against them. Then he play against a Bengals defense who's atrocious, which is
he
atrocious. So he
should
got a
light them
couple of
up.
games to show, bro. These 3 straight games, even if they lose, bro, I just want him to look like a competent quarterback. Don't force nothing, bro. You're going against 3 defenses, bro, where the jury's still out on them, bro. So are they competitive enough to win games? The Bengals defense we know is atrocious, but your
Awful.
next two
Like,
games are against playoff caliber teams with terrible defenses. Defenses that might make those teams one and done in the playoffs. Shedeur could look competent and good against these defenses, bro, but he just has to make the plays and don't look stupid. And if he does that, he Gucci. If he doesn't, then it is what it is.
yeah.
It
Yep.
is what it is, bro. Then he just out the league.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on that. This is what I wanted to talk about before we got off, though, bro. Because you said Matthew Stafford is better than Matt Ryan.
I
You don't
think
lost
he
your
is.
you don't lost your rabbit ass mind, bro.
I said that before. We was arguing about that before. I think he is.
You lost your
Matt
rabbit.
Stafford, one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. So
Brad Stafford didn't do nothing with the Detroit Lions.
he didn't. He didn't.
And now you're gonna tell me that he better than Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan got the most out of Atlanta, bro. Matt Ryan took a team to 2 NFC championships. If I'm not mistaken, Brett Collins he been on 2 teams Played the 17 years, only been to one.
And won, right? Won it though.
How many times has Matthew Stafford won the division? Because
Uh,
Matt Ryan, 2010, 2012, 08. Now he went 08, 2010, 12, 2016. So we got 3 champions. Matt Ryan done had, we done hosted. We didn't hosted them. We done hosted them things now. Let's not get twisted. We done hosted them. We done won divisions. How many Matthew Stafford got? 1? No, 2 to Matt Ryan's 3. How many didn't Matthew Stafford just pass Matt Ryan stats? So before
what
Matt
passing
Ryan
y'all?
retired, before he retired, Matt Ryan was better than Matthew Stafford. Now
I
he
agree with
gone.
that.
Matthew Stafford putting up numbers. Now y'all want to say he better than him.
So how long did Matt Ryan play?
He played from 08 to 2022.
So that's what 12
15 years.
years,
Played
15
15
years.
years. Yeah.
And what year is this for Mr. Stafford?
Matt Stafford came in the league 09. Yeah, man, that first year was 09 till now, 2025. So that's 17 years. This is 17th year in the league.
I mean, when you start talking about like great quarterbacks, I mean, it's really um what your preference is. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. Matthew Stafford has a Super Bowl, right?
Cool. Okay. What that mean? That don't mean you better than me because you won a Super Bowl, bro. It's some quarterbacks that won a Super Bowl that ain't better. Like Matt Ryan is better than Eli Manning. Like
Yeah,
Matt Ryan
yeah.
think Phillip Rivers was better than Eli Manning. So I'm sorry, I don't go off Super
You can
Bowls.
say Phillip Rivers is better than Matt Ryan, though.
No, you
You can say
can't.
that.
No,
You
you
can't say
can't.
that.
No. Phillip Rivers underachieved, bro. He underachieved super so many. Like Phillip Rivers 3 was a Hall of Famer because his early years in the league and him just being a gunslinger. But Phillip Rivers underachieved on some of them goods. But Chargers a couple of years, like the 2010 Chargers should have made the playoffs.
Fair.
Like they had the number 1 offense and number 1 defense and still didn't make the playoffs. That's unacceptable. They went 8-8. Like Phillip Rivers got a couple of years that they got the team going 7-9, 6-10, and
Okay, so who
he's not Phillip Rivers too
is
good
too
to be
good
doing
to be doing?
when it comes to the defense. He had good defense and they still wasn't making the playoffs.
Okay,
Matt
fair.
Ryan whole career he was carrying teams, bro. When
Yes,
you
he
gave
was.
Matt Ryan a good defense, bro, we won. When you gave Matt Ryan a great defense, we could go to the NFC Championship, 1 game away from the Super Bowl. When you gave him piss poor teams, bro, he could. It don't matter. He could put 4. He could throw. Bro, Matt Ryan's throwing
Ryan
4 touchdowns in a game, still lost.
still lost. I
4
think for
touchdowns.
me, it's just it looks better. I think that's what it is. Like watching, I like watching Matthew Stafford like throw the ball like genuinely. Like if I was going to teach my son how to play quarterback, I would show him Matthew Stafford. I would show him him.
Yeah,
Um,
nah, sure. Fundamental. Nah,
yeah,
if I had to show, if I'm gonna show my son a quarterback, bro, if you want your kid to know like the fundamentals, bro, I'm not showing him Matthew Stafford because he can't do what Matthew Stafford does. You want to show him people like Peyton Manning, bro. You want to show him
Peyton
guys
Manning.
like Drew Brees. You want to show
Drew Brees
guys
is
that,
better than Matt Ryan.
huh? Duh,
Drew Brees
I
better than
never
Matt Ryan.
argued that. Drew Brees was always better than Matt Ryan. I didn't never argue that.
So where do you
That's it
have?
though. Cam Newton not better than Matt Ryan.
Hell no. What the fuck? Hell
Not even
no.
close. Nigga,
Hell no.
like, uh,
And I'm a Panthers. Like, yeah. No, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
we really sometimes I love Cam. We overrate him sometimes. How he
I
be
ain't gonna say
talking.
that. I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
that.
we do. Y'all do, nigga. Cause besides, bro, to be honest with you, bro,
You can talk like that if you was him at one point. Like
besides
anybody,
2015, besides the 2015 year, bro, what did he do? Number
nothing.
wise. You know what I'm
Nothing.
saying? But he had one great year. Matt Ryan had multiple. 2012 is one of Matt Ryan's best years. 2010 is one of his best years of his career. 2016, he won an MVP. Matt
Well, I
Ryan
mean,
has 3 to 4 years of greatness.
right. But I could argue that he played with somebody he can always throw the ball to.
He took his team to the he had the
Other people
top
didn't always
record before
have
Julio
that.
Jones got there, bro. He had a top team before Julio Jones got there. He took the team to the playoffs his rookie year with Roddy White, bro. Roddy White made the Pro Bowl 09, Matt Ryan's second year. I think Roddy White led the league in the receiving yards on Matt Ryan's second year, bro. Like Julio Jones was just the guy who they brought in to be another piece who ended up being one of the best wide receivers of his era. You feel what I'm saying? Because they thought Roddy White was going to slow down. Roddy White wasn't still slowing down. Roddy White was still putting up crazy numbers. Plus, they had Tony Gonzalez still putting up numbers in his prime at 36 and 37 years old. And Matt Ryan got the most out of all of them, bro. He got the most
Yeah,
out of
I
all of
mean,
them. Bro, Devin Hester said, bro, playing for the Falcons is one of the best things he ever did. Because he said, with Matt Ryan, bro, everybody going to eat. Bro, people talk about Matt Ryan, bro. They say the reason why you like playing with Matt Ryan because you're going to eat, bro. Everybody's going to eat. Everybody, all the wide receivers, bro, that's playing going to have 500 receiving yards or more. If you play, you're going to have, because he's going to feed you, bro. He's gonna throw you open. He's gonna give everybody an opportunity to make plays, bro. That's what everybody say about him, bro. Devin Harrison said, bro, I went to the Falcons. I had 1,600 receiving yards. That's one of my best numbers. He said that's my career high with the Falcons, bro. I was a kick returner, punt returner, and they had me playing slot, and I had like over 600 receiving yards, bro.
yeah,
So Matt Ryan has shown he can get the best out of anybody, bro. I'm not saying Matthew Stafford hasn't done that. We've seen he's gotten the most out of people like Calvin Johnson. He's gotten the most out of Cooper Kupp. He's got the most out of Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. He's doing that now. But we've seen Matt Ryan with multiple guys, bro. And Matt Ryan is playing in more meaningful games than Matthew Stafford has, bro. Matthew Stafford, he's playing in meaningful games now.
yeah.
But Matt Ryan, we've seen Matt Ryan in 2 NFC Championship games. We see him in divisional games, bro. Matt Ryan has 4 playoff wins in his career. So with what you
I
call
feel
it,
like Stafford has more though.
ooh, no, you don't. Matt Stafford ain't got more. They got the same amount.
They have the same amount. Okay,
Now Matt Stafford, hold on.
he got more. Come on
He
now.
got he got 5 to 4, bro. Come on, bro. 5 to 4.
Let me look my laptop right here. Let me look this shit up.
Matthew Stafford got 4 because he won he on 4 2021 season. He played the wild card divisional NFC Championship game, Super Bowl counts a playoff game. Then last year they beat the Vikings, lost to the Eagles. So he has 5 to Matt Ryan's 4. Matt Ryan 4, Seattle. Then 2016 they won 2 with against Seattle again and the Packers. Then his last playoff win was in 2018 with 2017 season against the LA Rams.
Right.
I know, bro. Trust me, I follow these niggas. I follow them, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I just think Matt better, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think Matt left a lot of he left a lot of meat on the bone in his career. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he had one of the worst declines as a quarterback, bro. Because his last year with the Falcons, bro, his last 2 years with the Falcons, he was just throwing he just kept throwing interceptions in the fourth quarter. I was just like, God damn, Matt, bro. I cannot defend you if you keep doing this, bro. Ooh. He was like top 2 in interceptions in the fourth quarter. It was just like, oh my God, bro. Oof. You know what I'm saying? His last couple of years. But besides that, bro, Matt Ryan was very consistent, very accurate, and he got the most out of his players, anybody that played with him. So that's my stance on that. I do respect Matthew Stafford. I think Matthew Stafford, if they beat Seattle, I think if they win this game tonight, it's a lot that he's going to win MVP no matter what he do in the next 2 games, in my opinion. But I think Matthew Stafford, this is his best year. He have MVP. Him and Matt Ryan have MVP. If they win a
Yeah.
Super Bowl, I'll put him above Matt Ryan. If they win a Super Bowl. If they get to a Super Bowl, I'll put him above Matt Ryan. But right now, I just can't, bro, because I've seen Matt Ryan do more. And
Yeah.
Matt Ryan, the Falcons failed him because they couldn't give him a consistent defense. He was putting up all these numbers, but we kept getting scored on. So that's my
Yeah.
take. That's yours. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for joining today. Get y'all a nice good little hour. Appreciate y'all. We will be back on probably tomorrow. Get a good podcast tomorrow. If Drew don't join, if he can join, depending on what time it is, I'll do it myself. I'll do it. Be like that. We got some topics to talk about today. We got to talk about 21 Savage interview. Talk about Young Thug. We're gonna talk about everything. Jim Jones, Mano, all this stuff, bro. We're gonna get into it. So make sure y'all look out for that tomorrow. Once I end this stream, this our podcast, I will clip it up for y'all, put the clips out for y'all, put it on TikTok, have it on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere for you, so you can watch and subscribe to it, or you can, I'm saying, comment, do whatever you want to do. Like I said, good, bad, it is what it is. We appreciate the comment, and like I said, that's it. Thanks y'all for joining us today on the Football Den. Like I said, it be like that. We will be back tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, y'all have a good night, man. Great hour. Appreciate everybody that watched, and we out.
We out.